Welcome to Soapdish. Hi, Luann.
Hi, Mark.
It's been some time since we've chatted.
Yes, it has. I was looking back, and I think it was the end of December when we last talked. And so, Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to all of our listeners and viewers.
Yes, thank you. I was going to say the same because I was going to ask you, but you covered it right away. Is that I don't think we've podcasted yet this year, but
No,
you just answered that.
no, we haven't, because you've been vacationing and I've been vacationing, and then I came down with a bit of a cold last week. So, I between coughing and blowing my nose, there wasn't a lot of I couldn't talk very well. So I'm feeling much better this week.
Good. Glad to hear it. And then the other issue is that I cut the cord last week.
Ooh.
Finally got rid of cable TV after a lifetime of dealing with cable companies. I should get some sort of an award.
Yeah, that's a big change and adjustment, but probably a good cost savings for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I cut my bill in half,
Good.
internet and TV, by going to Hulu. Not that Hulu is a sponsor, but I'll plug them anyway.
As long as it works for you.
Yes, so I'm happy about that. All right, so let's get into The Young and the Restless.
Yes.
Phyllis is continuing to go after Danny Romalotti. This week, I like this scene, Luann, and I'm going to ask you to kind of fill in on some of this, but because I missed several days while on vacation and losing my old DVR and going with the new one.
Oh, sure.
Phyllis films this piano song that Danny recited, and she's filming it on her phone, and then she sends it to Kristine Cricket to make her jealous.
Yes, and she puts it out there like for everyone to see. Like it's like, what a romantic evening, and he's serenading me.
Which was total BS, but we'll get into that more. But he's a sucker too. So
I know he better know what he wants too.
Yeah, right.
He's waffling right now.
Yes, he is. So then Kristine, after she gets this video, she goes and finds Phyllis and Danny, and right when she walks in, Phyllis is laying a lip lock on Danny. But what didn't sit well with Cricket and Kristine is that she didn't, later she brings this up, but didn't like the fact that he was, well, first of all, he was returning it, in my opinion, and also that he seemed to be into it.
Yes, he did. And I think, just prior to that, you did include that Phyllis pulled out one of her sexiest bras.
Oh,
and
thank you.
Had that under her coat.
How did I forget that?
Yeah, how could you forget that? And, so she was tempting him and teasing him and leading him on, which was exactly what her plan was. Mm-hmm. And he was like putty in her hands.
Yeah,
and
right.
He followed right with her. And, she put him in that lip lock just as Kristine was coming down. And, from her point of view, he was a very willing partner. Yeah. And I'm sure he was.
Well, it seemed like it to me, too, based on what I saw. But
he probably thought, I'll go with the moment. Yeah, what the hell? Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't blame Kristine either. She was pretty shocked by it, which is understandable. And then, so Danny gives Kristine this answer, which I thought was a little weak. I don't know, what you thought, but about how, if anything, I was naive, I think he finally ended up saying. Danny did.
Yeah, because Danny, before he started talking with Kristine about this, he pretty much blew Phyllis off. He was like, no more of this. You're leading me on, and I know you've changed, but there's nothing between us, and there never will be. And Phyllis is like, what do you mean there's nothing between us? You were feeling it. And he's like, no, I never will. And she said, oh, it's because you want Kristine. And he said, yes, and I hope I can have something with her. And then he goes up to the bar and sees Kristine. And then he says, oh, he could tell she was upset. And he said, oh, because you saw that video. She said, no, because I saw you lip locking, kissing her. And like you said, he was like very naive about it. And it's like,
Right.
no, he's like, no, I told her that this will never happen again. And I want to be with you. And I give Kristine credit. She said, no, because he said, let's leave the two of us and talk through this. And she said, no, you need to leave and you need to work this out with yourself. You know, what do you want? And I thought, good for Kristine.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, you know, Danny, it's kind of one of those things. You like having two women that want you. Every guy's dream. And, you know, and Kristine's not going to play that game.
Right.
And Phyllis.
Yeah, she's been
Phyllis
around. I mean, she's not a kid. You know, these guys aren't kids.
And Phyllis has no regrets for what she did. You could just tell the way she was looking at Danny as he was, yelling at her and saying, this will never happen. She just, that look that she gives is like, well, I'm not really paying any attention to this. I know you really want to be with me, or I want to be with you, and I don't want to make it easy for Kristine.
Right. Yep. So give us your 2 cents, Luann, on that. I'm gonna because I missed so much. I'm gonna ask you for a little bit of an Abbott family update with Jack, Billy, and Ashley. Kind of give us a lowdown there.
Kind of in a nutshell, Jack and has been kind of helping Kyle with their, trying to bring Tucker down. And Jack was made aware of what Kyle's been doing. He kind of figured it out, and Kyle and Diane filled him in more. And so he said, we're going to give Tucker this fragrance that he thinks he can use to for his new company. But Tucker was on to it too. And Tucker had his outs with Kyle, and Jack said, okay, we'll have to regroup here, see what we want to do. And Billy has left Jabot, and now he went back to Chancellor Winters, and he's working with Devon again. And I think they're going to have to figure out who's doing what, and because Devon likes to be his own boss, and and Billy is coming in there with his new ideas, and I think Devon and Billy have to find that happy medium, because Chelsea was asking Billy, how's it going with your first few days, and Billy said, well, it's going okay, but I could tell Devon and we're going to have to work through some things. And Abby asked Devon, and Devon said kind of the same thing. He's like, Billy's coming in there with, all these ideas. And he said, we just have to work it out. And then Ashley, she and Tucker, she's been going round and round, and she even confronted Audra about this. Whatever happened in Paris, when Tucker and her had that big argument and kind of broke things off, she has her own perception and story about what happened. Tucker has his own take, and Tucker is saying, what does it matter who did what? And she said, no, you don't realize your temper that you have and what you did. And he said, well, just let it go, you're not going to take me back anyway. So that's kind of how it is with right now for Ashley and Tucker. And Tucker and Audra are still trying to figure out what they can do. And it sounds like this week Tucker may have another confrontation with Kyle about things where they lie for him and Jabot.
Okay, good. Yeah, I did notice. I did see one altercation between Billy and
Devon.
That was like that kind of fits what you were summarizing there. And that is that they're going to have that's two big egos there. That's two guys that are used to being in charge, and I don't know how that's going to work. We'll have to see.
Yeah. So that's kind of the scoop on the Abbott family right now, because it's been kind of quiet with Diane and Jack too. It's been more with Kyle, and with Kyle involved with them too.
Has there been any indication, or have you seen anything yet? Because I'm kind of picking up in the soap experts are kind of predicting that Kyle and Summer will probably reunite.
Could
at some
be
point.
somewhere down the road.
We haven't seen anything yet, though, huh? Okay.
Because I think right now she has her eyes on Chance. And especially after, because we haven't shared, but Sharon had this dream last Friday.
That was weird. I did see that.
Yeah. It was an interesting dream. And her take on it was, I don't need a man right now in my life. So she broke it off with Chance, to his surprise, because he thought things were going well. Mm-hmm. And she said they were. But she said it's just not the right time for her and maybe not for him. So Summer is right now taking that cue that, hey, Chance is available and I'm not going to let him get away from me. So for right now, I think Summer has her eyes on Chance.
Okay. Yeah, right. We'll have to see where that goes, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So next I need a little... I'm asking Luann, my co-host here, to carry the show today.
Well,
so,
and...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead first.
I was just going to say, Luann, can you give us a little Newman update? Newman family update.
There's been a lot more happening with the Newman family. Particularly with Nikki, and then we'll go on to Victoria Cole. But with Nikki, she is still struggling to stay away from drinking. Aunt Jordan really messed her up when she was putting that vodka right into her veins. And Nikki's been sneaking it, and then she's been getting drunk. She has a AA counselor sponsor that's been helping her. Mm-hmm. But she also has been leaning on Lauren to help her because she doesn't want Victor to see her as she is when she's drunk.
And she checked into a hotel because of that, right? And she stayed at the athletic club and
got
hammered, basically.
Yes, she got hammered and did not want Victor to see her like that. Victor is very aware that she is struggling with drinking, that she has been drinking, but he has not seen her at that point. But he did come to the hotel to pick her up, and her sponsor was there, and they chatted for a little bit. And today, Lauren, you know how it's supposed to be secret that Nikki doesn't want anybody to know, but Lauren confides in Jack and says, I think Nikki could use your help too. And Jack said, well, I don't think she wants me to know though. And Lauren said, right. She said, why don't you maybe plan something that you can have lunch or something with Nikki and see if she will, tell you then, so that you can help her. And Victor has been very supportive of Nikki. He loves her, and he will do whatever it takes. I don't think he's realized how off the wagon she has gone, like with being drunk. But he's there in her corner, helping her. Right. And then Victoria and Cole have they've been very supportive and very good to Claire. And Claire, has been feeling very guilty, I think, what she did to them, feeling very angry with her Aunt Jordan with all the years of lies and manipulation. And she's a very confused young lady. And, I think she doesn't want to feel like she's a burden on Victoria and Cole. So to their dismay, she said, I really don't want to see you anymore. I don't want anything to do with you. And Victoria and Cole is like, we lost you once. We don't want to lose you again. And one of the things that came up last week was she said, I'd really like to confront my Aunt Jordan where she is in jail back in Oregon. And Victoria said, are you sure you want to do this? And, because I would be a little hesitant too, because it's like, could Claire go back under Aunt Jordan's control? And she said, no, I really want to. So Victoria talked to Victor about renting their plane, went there, and it was a very interesting meeting between Aunt Jordan and Claire. Claire kind of laid it all out for, because Jordan was first, oh, I'm so glad you came to visit me. You still need me. And, we'll do this together. The Newmans they're not your family. They're against you. And Claire finally really laid it out. She said, no, this was all your fault. You said things to me, raised me a certain way. And she said, the Newmans are not like that at all. They've been very welcoming to me. And she said, we will have nothing to do with each other anymore. And Aunt Jordan turned just like that. And she's like, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And I'm going to, I'll be coming for you. And, but I think Claire felt better after that. So we'll see, when she came back, we'll see what happens, with her relationship. But Victoria and Cole seem to be really molding nice together, being supportive of each other and supportive of Claire.
Okay, good.
And
Thank
then,
you.
Yeah, and then our
ahead.
buddy Adam.
Adam,
Things are looking really up for Adam lately.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, Sally is, he and Sally are taking it slow and having some nice dinners and visits and feeling a little comfortable when they've had to confront Nick, or not confront, be with Nick at some different events. It wasn't as uncomfortable as they thought. And then Victor, because Victoria asked for a leave of absence so that she could spend time with Claire, Victor's idea was, I will put Nick and Adam together to work together. And actually, that's going very well. I think
That's what I've seen as well. Yeah.
Yeah, to Nick and Adam's surprise, it's going well. And even Victor is very happy that finally my sons are getting along.
For now.
For now.
Yeah. Especially with Adam. He's such a wild card. That could change tomorrow. But
I know.
But yeah, you're right. Victor's encouraged.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Claire and Jordan, give me an update on that. So she was captured. I would have missed that part.
Oh, yeah. She was,
How did that happen?
Well, she was captured at that little cabin that they were at. Jordan was there with Claire, and she had kind of knocked Claire out with some drug or something. So Claire was kind of not with it, and Nikki was there. And Aunt Jordan was coming after Nikki. And then there was...
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then Claire woke up. And
That's with the incident where she hits her over the head and at the fireplace, etc.
Yes, okay. And that's what put Jordan away then.
All right.
And then there was nothing really more of Jordan until Claire's visit. So it was good.
Gotcha.
And Aunt Jordan, the lady that portrays her, that character, she does a really good job. She is evil, and she's one of, she just does. She reminds me a lot of the character of Sheila. Sheila on Bold and Beautiful. They just have that look, and they play sinister so well and evil so well. And, so I do hope they keep Aunt Jordan around. I don't know in what, format they might, but it was her meeting with Claire. I thought it was interesting to watch. Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's interesting too, Luann, because the character that plays Aunt Jordan, we've talked a little bit about this, but she played a sinister character on As the World Turns too.
Oh, she did too. Okay.
This one's even more. I mean, she was just kind of an evil. She was more of a kind of a Phyllis, just always into trouble, always mixing something up. Mm-hmm. Where here she's just batshit crazy.
Yes, she is
on this one.
Yes, I agree.
So, yeah. All right, good. And then anything else, Luann, that I missed that we should cover before I get into Super SUDSY?
Yes, the only other thing regarding Daniel and Heather, because Lucy their daughter Lucy is really trying to match them back up together. And Heather did say to Daniel the other day that she still loved him. So she did come out and say it. Yeah, she did say that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. She because it was kind of like where she came over to help make dinner, and then Daniel said, well, you don't need to do this. She said, well, I enjoy doing this. And she said, I like the family unit that we have, and I still love you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's going to have some decisions to make.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for the poor guy. He's got two beautiful women.
I know. Such a problem, huh?
Oh, the problems that guy has, I tell you. All right, let's go into Super SUDSY question. Okay. So first one for you, Luann. Where's the Jordan story headed? I
think, the only thing I can ever see that might happen is that she stays somehow involved in Claire's life, and does she escape somehow? Because usually that's what happens in these
Usually
soaps.
what happened. Yeah.
They escape. But because I thought she might have some control over Claire yet. But Claire was pretty adamant that, no, I'm not going to let you do that again to me. So will she be angry because of that and come after Claire? Who knows? But
Right.
I don't think we've heard the end of Aunt Jordan.
Yeah. That would be my prediction as well. I would say we're not done with her, and I agree with you, your earlier comment. I hope they keep her around because I like the character. And you're right, a good equivalent to Sheila on the bowl.
Yes.
It's nice to have one of those characters.
It sure is.
It just kind of livens things up a
It
bit.
does. It does.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it can be a little slow and boring sometimes.
Yeah, otherwise it's just kind of rinse and repeat kind of thing, All right, so will Claire want and have a relationship with Victoria and Cole, do you think?
I think right now she's still very confused and not sure. But I think especially if Victoria and Cole keep showing love and support to her and inclusion, that they include her in a lot of things, I think maybe she'll feel, as she starts to feel more comfortable, because she's just not used to their family unit. And I think she's not used to feeling loved like that. And it feels very different for her. So I think somewhere down the road, but it'll take time.
Right. Yep, I agree with that. All right. Where's this drinking thing going to go with Nikki?
I think she's going to continue struggling for a while. I just get that impression, because now if Jack is going to help her too, and she's got Victor. She has a lot of support, and her family knows, but it's something she has to work through. And I think until she could put that whole Aunt Jordan thing behind her too, because I think that kind of plays with her mind and gets her all worked up, and then she needs a drink, so I think she'll still be struggling with that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think, in fact, I'm going to say that they're going to take it. I mean, I can see another motor vehicle accident or something with Nikki driving drunk or, something like along those lines.
Yes.
Or is derelict in taking care of a grandchild or something like that. To where the drinking, I think they're going to give her one of those moments to where it's going to be an awakening moment for her, I think.
Sure.
I can
Yes.
kind of see that coming out of this.
I agree with you. Yeah, something like that, a wake-up call for her. It's
It's going to be something that gives her a real wake-up call. Jail has a way of doing that.
Yeah, that'll sober you up fast.
Yeah, real quick. Okay, so will Kristine forgive Danny Romalotti? What do you think?
He's going to have to do a lot of more groveling to her. But I think because she does enjoy being with him, and they had that weekend planned at a cabin or something this weekend coming up, and I think she's disappointed that that may not happen. So I think she will. She seems like a forgiving person, and she knows Danny has a good heart, because he does. Danny's a good person. He has a good heart. He just is confused.
Yeah. Right. And I don't think, he's not a con man. It's not like
No.
he's sitting there lying about
No.
his feelings. Now, he may have a little bit of confusion around his feelings for Phyllis. I don't know. But when he says he cares for Kristine, I believe that. 'Cause
I
think
do
he's,
too.
like you said, he's a good guy. He's a pretty honest Joe. So, okay. And then to tag on to that, will Phyllis stop pursuing Danny? That's probably the even bigger question.
That would be a big no. I don't think so.
Do you have thoughts on what she's going to do, or just that you can see her meddling?
I see her continue to meddle, because she just has it in for Kristine. She doesn't want. I think if Danny was to be with anybody else besides Kristine, she probably could be okay with that. But she doesn't want to lose out on Kristine. And Phyllis likes to go for the kill, and she's going to keep working on Danny and until, and she's going to use that. Hey, we're Daniels, parents were Lucy's
Parents.
grandparents. We've got this connection, and she'll keep trying to use that. But I don't think Danny's going to buy into it, but she's going to keep pursuing him.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. All right. Any other thoughts or comments, Luann?
Not that I can think of.
Thank you for the updates. And,
Yes.
Yeah. No, I can't think of anything else either. It's there's some good stories going, so we'll see where that all goes.
Yes.
All right. Until we dish again.
Look forward to it, Mark.
All right. Me too. Keep it sudsy, and we are out.
Bye.